Just picking up the last point from Richard, do all three unions agree that teachers should be prioritised for vaccination? Obviously, there will be a percentage of teachers already in priority groups. I don't know if any of you have any estimate of that, but if you're saying that teachers should be prioritised, should they all be prioritised, or teachers over 50 prioritised? You know, what should the prioritisation be? And also, obviously, the government are saying that even yet, the average number of cases per 10,000, 100,000 amongst teachers across the UK isn't any higher than what it is in the general population. So how do you think we can reconcile that with the idea that kids are spreading it in the community? Because you would think they'd be spreading it much more amongst teachers, given the number of kids that teachers are coming into contact with. So how do we reconcile those two statements?
Yeah, I'm going to say we have got limited time today, so if people have got, if you could just come in if you've got an additional point, but please use the R function if you do want to come in. But I see Larry's put his hand up again, so I'll go to him first on that one again.
I'm not sure I've worked out the R function here yet. So it's just on Alex's points there. I mean, there's a lot in there, so I'll just a couple of quick points. One is that even if you look at the last Scottish SAGE subgroup report, it does indicate that teachers are at no greater risk than other professions, but it also contains within it the fact that teachers had a higher rate of testing positive than equivalent groups. So there are some contradictions within that. But the key thing, I think, Alec, is that all of that was about the previous variant of the virus. And this new variant is a game changer in terms of in-school transmission. Because although teachers try to physically distance from pupils, it is not possible to physically distance 30 teenagers in a normal classroom. And that is the new risk. So, I mean, I could debate, and I have debated with the DFM on a number of occasions, the risk that was there in schools pre-Christmas. But it's a different dynamic going forward. And I would repeat the point, so it's not that we are saying teachers should be the priority. That's a decision for government as to, well, how big a priority is reopening schools? Because if you want to reopen schools safely, then vaccinating teachers is one way of achieving that. But we are not in a bidding war with other workers. I was in an SUEC meeting this morning, and I heard USDAW talk about the need to vaccinate shop workers. Our line of argument is everyone should be getting vaccinated as quickly as possible, and what are the barriers to that? And the last point is just in terms of your question around what percentage of teachers might be vaccinated as part of the normal programme. The majority of teachers are now under the age of 40, which is quite a big demographic shift. So I reckon you probably, if you vaccinated the most vulnerable, then by age groups, you would probably get to around 30-35% of the current teaching workforce.